Hi there, I'm DigiSquawk, and today I'm going to show you how to disassemble an A13 tablet. Let's get started. The first thing you need to do is to turn off the tablet by pressing the power button and then pressing OK. This is to prevent short from the device. After we're done, we're going to see the two screws and we're going to unscrew them. Once that's done, you are going to remove the other screw. Once it's done, put the screws in a remembering location. You're going to grab a Sharp or a credit card in order to remove the clips from the back of the tablets as instructed. So this might seem easy, but it's very tricky, especially on camera. You should start from the side that has no I/O panels, because it's very helpful and will help you to not damage any sort of I/O panel. As you're seeing me, I'm removing the clip from an angle in order to get it into the sharpest point, so it will be easy for me to remove the object. Now, once the back plate is off, you will see a speaker, as you are seeing above. Please also keep the volume buttons, because if you lose them, you have a painful time. As you see here, I'm removing the speaker from the back cover. It's stuck with tape, Kevlar tape. Once the Kevlar tape is removed, the speaker is free and the back cover can be put away. The first thing I'm gonna do is stick the speaker to the screen so it won't get in my way. Now I'm going to remove the ribbon cables from the motherboard. It's simply done by lifting the small lock and removing the ribbon cable from the socket. The first socket you will see is the digitizer, then I'm removing the webcam ribbon cable. The last cable I'm removing is the cable that connects to the screen. These ribbon cables are highly sensitive, so be careful on how many times you clip them on and clip them off. As you see here, I'm removing the Kevlar tape where the manufacturer are hiding the solder sockets of the battery. Now we're going to unlock the motherboard by removing the screws from the motherboard. As you see, there is one screw on the left, there is one screw on the left, right, and there is one screw on the edge of the motherboard, the top edge. As you see, I'm removing the bottom left screw from the motherboard. There are two more screws to go after the screw is removed. Here I'm removing the second screw from the left top of the motherboard. Here I'm showing that the wireless antenna is soldered to the motherboard, thus is not removable for an end user. Here I'm showing the third screw. Here I'm taking off the third screw and the motherboard will come loose from the tablet. As you see, the motherboard is loose from the tablet. Here I'm going to take the Kevlar tape from the wireless antenna cable. As you see, once the Kevlar tape is removed, the cable is free. The end of the wireless antenna is stuck with a double-sided sort of glue. So you will need an either sharp object or heat to remove the end of the antenna. As you see, I'm using a knife to remove it. It's not in a very bad condition. As you've seen now, the wireless antenna is free. Here I'm going to take out the battery. I'm going to grab my knife and I'm going to start from the bottom of the battery by cutting the glue with this sharp knife. Please note that you should not use a knife. I used this knife because it was the only resource that I had at that time, and that this knife is used to be thrown in wood, thus is very sharp. Here, as you see, I'm prying the glue apart from the battery. As you see, it's slicing through the silicone glue like butter. You should not attempt to do this if it's a screwdriver or a normal knife. You should just grab a business card. As you see, I'm removing the left side glue from the battery. The glue is almost off. As you see, the battery came off and is stuck with silicone pads that are very hard to remove without any sort of heat or a sharp object. As you see, the motherboard is out of the tablet. The whole motherboard package, the battery, the motherboard and the speaker. As you see now, I have the screen, digitizer and front bezel on. Now we're going to remove the webcam before we remove the screen. That is due to the screen. Roughing up the webcam cable if we do not remove the webcam first. As you see here, I'm trying to take the tape from the webcam. There we go, we have taken out the webcam module from the tablet. Now all we have left is the screen, digitizer and front bezel. Now we're going to take this screen out by removing the clips from the tablet. This was a bit tricky. I have to be honest that it was a bit tricky. The screen is very delicate, especially because it's made in China and it's made in a rush, and the front frame was going to come off, but I've managed to get it in one part. It's a matte nice screen. I'm going to put the screen in the back cover so it won't get any sort of fingerprints. Now what we have here is the digitizer and front bezel. I'm not going to take this off since I really don't need to take it off. And to take this off you need a heat gun or some force. Thank you for watching. Please comment, rate and subscribe.